As Latinos, we need to have more empathy for the Cubans being wrongly deported, because no, we don't, okay? This is exactly what you wanted. Inadvertently, you voted for this, all right? I'm reminded of that little jingle, I will vote for Donald Trump. And now that they're getting deported, I think, cógete a Donald Trump. You voted yourselves out. You voted your family members out by voting him in. You thought that it was only going to be los negritos, the ones that look like me that were going to be, deported, okay? And no, see, I know a Cuban guy. I knew a Cuban guy up until last week. His name was Usnavi. And if you know Cubans, there's always one of them named Usnavi. When your name is literally spelled out U.S. Navy and you have U.S. agents cuffing you, y tú estás, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Que te vas pa'l carajo ahora, eh? And this dude was a janitor, but janitor in New Jersey, you can make a lot of money. He had a pickup truck. Él tenía su banderita gringa, tú me entiendes. He was very proud to be an American. Come to find out que te enviaron pa' Cuba de nuevo. It's hilarious, and at the same time, it's upsetting. I've always gotten along con lo que no son niega raza. The people that are Latin, Caribbean, that don't deny their blackness. ¿Por qué? Because our ancestors over here in this country used to hang together. You understand? Julio Roldan, 1970. Look it up. The information's out there, all right? Cubans, you got that movie Scarface, and it just put you on another roller coaster of a ride in your mind. Te creía que the world is yours, chico? No, it's not. And by the way, Al Pacino ruined that movie, and he ruined Carlito Way playing a Puerto Rican. And it wasn't me, by the way. I did not see Usnavi and say 1-800-YELLOW, 1-800 make the drinks cold. It wasn't me. It just so happened to happen that someone in his workplace didn't like him. They ratted him out. They got him at work, okay? That's crazy. It's insane, porque he thought that they were only gonna get the ones that didn't work. Motherfucker, they coming after you because it's easier to find the ones that are working than the ones that are not working. When people aren't working, you don't know where the they at, okay?
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, he made me laugh, but he's got a point. Like, people really forget, they weren't voting for their own interests, and I just think that now that it's coming to bite them in the butt, now they're mad and they're trying to blame everybody and they're confused, they don't know what to think, and I'm like, it is what it is. I don't know any other country, and I said this before, where they would allow illegal immigrants to stay in their country illegally. They're going to deport you or put you in jail or whatever the processes are. They're not going to just let you stay there for the rest of your life and live out and take resources from people who pay into society. I don't think that that's fair, and no other country allows it. Let's continue.
When people are at work, it's easy to find them. Así que te cogieron. And I went to kindergarten, and I'm sure most of us did, and I was always taught that the color orange meant danger. Cuidado, por ahí viene algo. Green meant go, ¿verdad? Pero since forever, orange has always meant stop, drop, precaution, mira para los lados, something's happening. So I would never vote orange. It could be another orange person that goes up and they want me to vote. No way, you orange, bro. I don't trust the color orange. That's the sign of a penitentiary. They put them in orange so that you can see them coming from a mile away. This his skin is telling you que viene por ahí, va a ser algo malo. Y como quiera la gente, no, ese es el mío. Cubans think that mug is family member. Like, oh yeah, ese es primo mío, puede ser el trompe ese. Váyanse al carajo, choco de pendejo. And by the way, you didn't see the writing on the wall? Like, you coming from a country where like this has happened, you didn't see like, oh yeah, this looks familiar? No.
Y'all thought we were immigrants. Y'all thought black people, black Americans, African Americans, blacks, us, were immigrants. Hardest lessons, clearly, it's going to take me a long time to learn and figure out is that other people just don't know what I know. I assume that a lot of people know what I know. That's why y'all keep saying that, huh? That makes sense, I guess. That we're next. Y'all think, what? How do y'all not know how long we've been a part of this country? Black people fought in the crispest attics. Did everybody not, at my little church, every Black History Month, there was this huge thing. I'll never forget when I came to my grandma's house. It was a huge package, and it was all of these cards. They were ABC cards, but on every card's letter of the alphabet and an important person from Black history. Right. And that was what we did all February at Sunday school. Like, we learned those cards. We would have to, and then we'd line up at like the Black History program and we'd have to read them out loud. So I guess I just assumed, oh my God.
Hey guys, quick observation. I think I found another piece of the puzzle when it comes to trying to figure out why the Latinos voted against their own interests. Latinos, Hispanics, all of them. I've been hearing these reports come in that the Latino Hispanic community actually believed that African Americans, us, were immigrants, and that all of this immigrant mass deportation of the immigrants, they were thinking, since we were the immigrants, that we would be the ones deported.
I know you lying.
Now, my first question is, how the hell did y'all come up with that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How? Who told them that? Who made them believe that? It would make sense that, you know, the way they were talking, like, oh, they were so adamant about it, even though they had illegal people in their families. I don't understand it. They think that he meant, oh, we're going to keep y'all. And all the blacks, they're going to go back to Africa. I'm lost for words. I don't understand that. I don't. Baby, let's continue.
African Americans are immigrants. We're not immigrants. We didn't come here on our own.
Right.
We didn't cross any border on our own. We didn't do that. Excuse me. We were stolen. We were bought here. We were brought here. We are not immigrants because we were brought here, and then our ancestors procreated. We are citizens. We've been in this country long enough that we are citizens. The immigrant status does not apply to us. And because you guys were so uneducated, and I don't know who you were listening to, but you believe anything when it comes to black people. Your anti-blackness egged you on to believe this foolery, that we're immigrants. Not once has African Americans been described as immigrants.
Exactly.
Who told y'all that?
That's what I'm asking, child. Who told them that? Because I still don't understand it. So you mean to tell me that somebody convinced them that, oh, this is how you need to vote? Once again, I don't care how you vote, but somebody told them this is how you need to vote because they're going to get rid of all of the immigrants, the black immigrants, and we're going to get, I guess we're going to get citizenship. I don't know that. Oh, it's not us. We're assuming it's the blacks. That's the criminals and stuff. And we're going to get rid of all of them and y'all going to just be here free to live. I don't know. Baby, it's just crazy to me. But they're seeing now that is not the case. And now they're upset and confused. Let's continue.
And why the hell are you stupid enough to take their word? All you had to do was Google. Bam, right there. There's your answer. But it's been reported a lot of them really and truly honestly felt that way. Damn. And they thought we were the immigrants they were talking about. And because they have no love lost for us, they were cool with that. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's why that 68 or 78% of Latinos in Florida, that's why over 50% of the entire community voted for Trump, because they thought they were giving us the boot. We've been here a hell of a lot longer than they are, and they come here with the arrogance to think that they could help put us out. I have no empathy, sympathy, compassion, consideration, zilch, nada. It is now being proven, and even your own people are coming out snitching on y'all how y'all truly feel about the African American race. So now I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Please go ahead and free yourself. Quit running around here acting like y'all some kind of way cool with us, or thinking we should band together now that y'all ass is in the sling. No. Keep that same energy. What you thought you were putting on us, you were actually putting on yourself. So I'm going to need you to keep that energy. We don't need anything else from you. We've got what we need. We know how you feel. We've heard your people testify how you were raised, how you were groomed to hate black people, to feel you were better than black people. And we do not forget the fact that you want to be so close to the white people. And you thought voting Republican would make them accept you, make y'all seem white. And it didn't. Because it don't matter what your skin look like. What you have not learned about the Caucasian race is that 1% of African American blood in you makes you African American. And that was the term they were using when they came up with that. So it doesn't matter how you look, because there's a bunch of us out there can pass just like you can. But the minute your heritage, the minute your DNA is discovered, baby, you back on the heat. So y'all learn the lesson the hard way. And for the record, no, sweetie, African Americans are not immigrants. Never have been, never will be. So that deportation stuff, that don't apply to us. But y'all sold yourselves out trying to sell us out. So happy selling.
Man, stop trying to convince these people that we need to stand together and all that. They ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. They've been betrayed so many times, bro. 1877, after federal troops pulled out of the South, bro. Betrayed. 40 acres and a mule, betrayed. You feel me? Jim Crow, betrayed. Redlining, betrayed. Every promise that this country has made to them has been a false promise. And now we need y'all to stand with us while we march. Leave them people alone. They ain't trying to hear that shit.
I know that's right. You know, when people want what they want, they don't give a shit about anything else. They don't care about all of that. Hey, we want what we want, even though you're in the wrong. You just expect us to just jump, because that's what they're used to. A lot of people, they're used to black people just jumping on everything and to support everything, when a lot of times they don't get the same support. So I just think they just was going with, what they thought was the norm. Oh, let's just call on the black people to come and support us no matter what, even though we don't give a shit about them. Even though we don't care, even though we really don't like them, we're with the white people. We don't really care about them like that, but we still gonna, trick them into thinking that we need to support them when they probably wouldn't even support us and don't even like black people. The cat is out the bag. From now on, we know how a lot of Mexican, Latino people feel about black people. You don't really give a shit about them. So once we know that, we know how to move. But let's continue.
They ain't trying to hear that shit, because they know how prevalent racism is in our community. And they know how y'all talk about them when they ain't in the room. And they know that now y'all got y'all N-word wake up, didn't y'all? Y'all got that Paul Mooney N-word wake up call, and now y'all want to scream unity and solidarity. Nah, bro. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. The people that have been working together will continue to work together. Yeah. The people that have empathy for your plight and your situation will continue to have empathy for your plight and situation. But don't try to convince people to come join your side. Like, it's always been. They don't give a. They don't care. They're trying to survive their damn self. They're trying to figure out how this man is about to get rid of the 13th and 14th Amendment and strip them of citizenship. What, you don't think they know what time it is? I'm just saying, I see a lot of videos where people are like trying to convince black Americans that they need to stand side by side with black and brown unity. But, when it's something that doesn't benefit us, we ain't screaming that shit. Yeah, get mad.
Bro, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that.
That's what I said. I don't understand what the fuss is all about. If you're here illegally, then they have a right to deport you and remove you from this country. And I think they're looking over that because a lot of them have been here for 20 and 30 years. So they've gotten comfortable and they just believe that, that doesn't apply anymore. I've been here for so long, so I'm a naturalized citizen, when it's just not the truth. And you haven't gone through the processes to become a legal citizen. What do you think was going to happen? Let's continue.
And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by a plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me. Like, if I go to Russia and try to pull that off, I might not come home. they might lock me up for 50 years for trespassing.
Right.
Like, I'm confused. The media is trying to make us feel bad, and they're like, oh, this person was 15 years old, he was a hard-working boy, he was in high school, blah, 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 and he was an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. Bro, you lost me. He's illegal. So I'm sorry. Like, that's just what happens. I can't feel bad no more. Everything you said before that is disregarded. I'm sorry.
Latinos of all backgrounds, do y'all not realize black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' lockup are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting? Folks, we did the most effective protesting last November, and the data proves it. We protested when it mattered the most. We were not out here with whole productions talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all was out here with that foolishness, knowing full well that y'all had a few abuelas, a few tios, tias, mijo, and mijas in your house undocumented. But y'all got y'all behinds on stage talking about some we will vote for Donald Trump. And you think we supposed to be out here protesting, picket fence in hand, clowning like some monkeys in a zoo? No.
Damn.
No, sir, bop.
Right.
We did what we were supposed to do. And y'all put y'all's own community in the position that it's in now. And y'all need to live with it.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos.
Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said? Because it's the exact same sentiments that every African American person, every Black American person have been screaming since elections time. The same exact sentiments. And now, because of the bullshit that the Latino community have entered themselves into, literally voting against the same exact group of people that now hold the power of being able to save you. She said it. See, I knew this. I knew that it's only the African American community, that it's only the Black American community that can save the Latino community from the bullshit that they got themselves into.
Now, and excuse me if I'm just ignorant to this, but how is the Black community going to save the Latino people? Y'all let me know in the comments. I'm just asking because I'm oblivious to this part. How do we have the power to save them, and save them from what? That's the only question I have. I get all of the other parts, but how is it that the Black community is the only community that could save the Latinos from what? Being deported? And I'm asking as a real question. I want to know. Y'all let me know in the comments. How can we actually save them? That's the only question I have. Let me know. Let's continue.
I knew this. But see, you're not going to listen when I say it. But you'll probably listen when she says it. And the thing about it too, see, technically, I'm a Latina. I'm Haitian. But I'm not the Latina that you're going to listen to. I'm not. That one though, she is. She is. She has that proximity to whiteness that you guys respect. Right? So now she states that it's only the African American community that can save the Latino community from the bullshit that you guys put yourselves into. And you only are in that because you were so hell-bent on voting against the same exact group, against the interest, the self-interest for that same group of people that now are the only ones that can save you. Look at that, full circle.
For the African American community that has not come out, because it is not. I do. We didn't do.
I get it. I get it. But I don't.
Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not gonna talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latinos. So you better start kissing. If you're gonna kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black ass.
Yes, indeed. Baby, listen, I thought this video was interesting. Listen, y'all definitely chime in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on all of this. It's just crazy to see how this is all unfolding. Chime in. I definitely want to keep the conversation going. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.